Since 1937, Ducks Unlimited has been the leader in waterfowl conservation, with over 15 million acres of habitat conserved. DU supporters and volunteers have led the charge to fill the skies with waterfowl, today, tomorrow, and forever. You too can play a role in leaving a legacy for the future of waterfowl hunting. To find an event near you or to join our volunteer team, go to www.ducks.org. Ducks Unlimited, the world leader in wetlands and waterfowl conservation.
Bottomland is Mossy Oak's original camo pattern created by Toxie Hayes over 3 decades ago. This pattern preserves the original design while applying advanced technology for increased effectiveness. The same field-proven components and colors, the same dirt and bark elements, the same ability to blend into dark environments and obscure a hunter's outline from every angle. Mossy Oak Bottomland.
Get 'em.
Welcome, folks. Y'all come on in and make yourself at home. This here, well, this is the Rolling Thunder Podcast, your home for all things Rolling Thunder. This episode is brought to you by Mossy Oak, because everything is better in Bottomland. Kent Cartridge, quality matters, performance counts. Shen Gear, waterfowl gear that is built better. Benelli USA, dominate the skies. And Ducks Unlimited, the world's leader in wetlands and waterfowl conservation.
Welcome back to another episode of the Rolling Thunder Podcast. We are sitting on the front porch. Frawley's pouting. He came in town from Nashville this morning and thought he was going to get on the podcast. Nope.
He got a good lunch from Mama's.
Not today.
Negative.
We got Gurkatron over there.
Mr. Goose Gossip.
He's flying high on the hog. He overslept today, and he almost missed the trip to Canada. But decided to show a little mercy.
I had too much excitement. I had to gain as much rest as possible.
Is that right?
That extra 30. you were 40 minutes late for work. That mattered.
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, I guess our last podcast we talked about the Levy Cut launch, and now here we are this week. We relaunched it.
Yeah.
And now we're going to Canada.
Here in very shortly.
Yeah. So let's before we dive into Canada, let's just briefly talk about the melee that unfolded Friday morning.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. What?
I don't really know what to say about it. We were all kind of speechless, like, holy cow.
So we had Riley had a good feeling about it, and Jason had a good feeling about it. I thought we'd sell 100 or 150. Mm-hmm. I didn't know. I just didn't think for a pre-sale any chance we'd sell out. Did you?
I didn't.
Honestly?
Nuh-uh.
What was your thoughts, Tripp?
I said 126 was what I was really hoping was going to come out of there.
Semi-specific. What about you, Gert?
I had good feelings about it. I had really good feelings that we were going to do well with the sale.
Well, 26 minutes later, we were like, oh, crap.
Yeah. About halfway through that, you said if we sell out, we can go golf.
Yeah, that was a real big mistake because I had a long list of things I needed y'all to do that day. So Friday was an eventful day. I actually delivered some calls at Cypress Creek Saturday morning, and I just told them, I was like, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I made a bet with the boys at 8:55 that if we sold out, they could go play golf, and I didn't think there was any chance. And here I am delivering calls. So.
Yep. Me and Riley had that conversation after we sold out because we were supposed to go to Cypress Creek that day, and we were like, do we remind them we're supposed to go to Cypress Creek? Or
I knew.
No, let's go golfing.
2:30.
There's a great picture of Drake drinking a Modelo, smoking a cigarette like a celebratory dart. I love that picture.
I always have golf darts.
Yeah, I can still taste that nasty cigarette right now.
Like a cat crap in your mouth.
Yeah. Girk's over there fiending for one right now. I can see it in him.
I like them when I'm golfing and when I'm hunting. That's the only two places.
Well, we finna go hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Are you taking darts with you to Canada?
When we stop at a gas station about 6 hours before the border, there is going to be some purchases and some darts.
How many darts are you think you need for a few days in Canada?
Probably 4-packs. Probably get me through the 2 weeks.
Gosh.
Yeah, probably about right.
4 packs, 2 weeks. Okay.
I think it'll do good.
I
don't know.
Do good. We'll find out.
What other vices are y'all taking? Anybody got dip purchased or?
Probably going to get some more Zens, too.
Zingerman's on deck.
Zingerman's
Yeah.
on deck.
What
They're
is
not like
y'all's
a-
daily consumption of Zen?
I try to
Each.
stay at 5 a day.
5 pouches or 5?
No,
cans?
5 pouches. So a can comes with 15 pouches. A can should last me 3 days, unless it's a stressful day, you know. And then a few more. Tucker Carlson actually says that Zens are good for the brain.
Huh.
I don't know how true that is.
I don't think any of those devices or pouches or anything that says nicotine is contained inside of this subject is good for you at all.
Really? What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, when nicotine is not good for you in general subject, like it's just not good for you.
Okay.
Well, you guys excited about going to Canada or what?
Canada's? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm ready to go
I'm
north
anxious
again.
more than anything. I'm just ready to get up there. Once we get up there, take our shoes off, get grounded, you know.
You're gonna get grounded up there?
Cross the
We're gonna get
border is
grounded
a
up there.
big relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
There's
just ready
a lot
to
of
get across.
anxiety. You know, it's hard to get excited right
Yeah.
now because I've just known too many people that have had things happen at the border.
We
You know?
ought to be crossing around this time, maybe an hour or two later.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
what's the game plan? Are y'all powering through?
We're powering through.
Powering through.
We should be crossing Noonan Estevan border crossing,
Okay.
and then shooting straight up through Estevan and headed to our location. First stop in Estevan though is A&W.
Oh, I love A&W.
Papaw's got to get him a Papa Burger
Papa Burger.
and a Dr. Pepper with no ice.
They don't have ice up there. It's absolutely horrible. I mean,
They do have ice. You have to ask.
Yeah.
the A&W, every time we go, which is at least once a day with Drake, the food is subpar.
Food is great.
It's about
Food
the
is
only
great.
beef you can get there. Then you get a soda, it's lukewarm, and it's just kind of... I'm more of a Boston pizza kind of guy myself. I like the pasta.
I like Boston pizza.
Yeah, they got good wings. Boston Pizza likes us too.
Yeah. I don't know. We're going to a new place this year, so you were talking about, are we excited? Like, I really do kind of get charged up conquering something new.
Something, yeah.
Like, we don't know a single farmer. We don't know a single landowner.
Was that by choice then?
No, we just accidentally are going to drive an extra couple hours. everything's by choice.
Oh, well, what I meant by that is like what made you make that choice? I guess it was like kind of an open-ended
Yeah,
question.
Water dog.
Yeah, water dog.
Yeah.
The area we normally go to is just bone dry. It's gotten drier the last year it was super dry. The year before that it was dry. So it's kind of progressively gotten worse. And so we just put our heads together and we're going to an area that we know there's water and but it's completely new. Like, we don't. If we were going right back to the place I've been a million times, I'd know the first 10 places I'd go look. You know.
Yep.
And you'd know locals, people we drank beer with and hung out with, but I don't know. We don't know anybody up there where we're going. So
I'm looking at food options up there. There's not much.
really,
Yeah, but there is a golf course.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
We don't have room in the trailer for clubs.
No, that trailer in that truck is brim full.
You
Brim
got
full.
You got a few places, but yeah.
Talking about locals and stuff, I guess no DU banquets to attend in this new location.
I did get invited to the DU banquet. I'll tell you what date it is. I kind of think it's while we're up there. I'm not sure that it's a good idea for us to drive, a couple hours to a DU banquet.
Well, I just didn't know if you needed to come back with any new paintings, or maybe you could find one with a caribou on it.
Okay, I hear you.
Or a moose.
Taking pot shots. I hear you. hear you. It's a moose in a Manitoba marsh. It's beautiful, and it's still hanging on the wall.
I knew that one was a moose. I just figured a caribou would go
Or
nice.
pronghorn.
Put next to it.
Oh,
I
Saturday,
am.
October the 14th. So maybe Drake and I'll go to the DU banquet while y'all are driving home.
Yeah, that sucks.
For y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget Gurky. Gurky's with us too.
Yeah, Gerke's with us. Gerke's going to be begging to go home with y'all by the time we get
Oh,
done
yeah.
with him. I have a feeling.
Drake,
I don't know about that.
Drake gave a shot. He's like, yeah, it's going to be just you and Squints on the ride back. I said, Squint's going to learn just how good I am at sleeping.
It's like automatic for you. That truck gets in drive, and your eyes
Oh, yeah.
close at the same time.
Yeah, he won't make it to Missouri and he'll be asleep.
Yeah.
I would say he won't make it to the county line.
Probably not.
He'll be asleep
No,
this afternoon.
He always goes for a good solid hour, and he just talks your ear off and just talks and talks. And then once the conversation starts to die off, you see Trip just start to drag right towards the side of the door.
Yeah.
I can sleep.
Right when that pillow starts to move right in the center, that's when you know Trip's going to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Who was asking me on the way over here? I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about this trip. This is the most prepared I've ever been for any long distance trip ever. We got new tires, 8 new tires on the trailer, new tires on the truck. Got an oil change for the first time in probably since last Canada.
Plenty of diff.
Actually have my taxes filed. I've kind of had this lingering concern the last few years that the IRS was going to call while I was up there because, my extension wasn't approved or something. I get extradited, halfway through a good hunt. I've got extra def. Got all of the dealer orders out. Thought we were done with that yesterday and got 2 reorders yesterday evening.
Hey, they're out.
And, knocked those out this morning. I don't know. We're surprisingly ready.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna shoot some geese skirt. Do you have a goose call?
I didn't bring one. No, I might have to grab one.
No goose call for the goose grinder?
Hey man, I'm starting to like ducks more. Okay,
There you go.
Oh my god!
There you go. They're more sporty.
This is like when I hired Drake and he said he didn't turkey hunt.
But I do love turkeys now more than anything.
now he's gonna be the next grand champion, gobble champion. And now your 3-time world cut down, 2-time grand national gobbling champion of the world.
So are you saying we're going to sell
No,
signature?
we're not putting condoms on gobble calls. Man, I had to laugh. Somebody last night in All Things Cut Down made that comment and tagged me, and it was like those condoms are hard. I'll put 3 of them on. My fingers hurt. And he said something about I bet y'all won't ever do that again. It was kind of like, listen, dog.
Little do you
We
know.
just trying to pay the bills around here. There's a lot of fingers around here.
Telling you.
Even Mama at the food truck put some condoms on some barrels.
Yes, she did.
We should have recorded which one she put on the list. But
Telling you, you put about 30 whole condoms on a call, and you can't hold anything with your thumb, your pointer
They're
finger, and
numb,
your middle
they
finger.
burn. It's just horrible.
Hey, but that insert ain't going nowhere.
No, it's locked in.
There's a lot of people, once they bought that call, they'd walk right out and you just start seeing them blow it.
Yeah, they needed to be beat, the ones that took the condoms off as soon as they came out the front door.
did they really?
Yeah. Hey, can you put my condom back on for me?
Nope.
No, sir. Time for you to learn, buddy.
That's funny.
Hard lessons learned.
That's funny. I didn't think about that.
Just roll it back.
Yeah.
Don't take it off. Just roll it back.
Well, they'll roll it back on the insert.
Boy, we've sold a blue million of those things. It's going to be. I'm pretty excited to kind of see some of the just pictures we get tagged in this winter.
Yeah,
We've sold a lot of duck calls this year.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of momentum, and it'll be interesting to see.
it'll be interesting to
duck calls will
see.
be-
Yeah, like the calls that are on their lanyard, like
Yeah.
at boat ramps and
Yeah,
stuff
what
like
they
that.
pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So when we get back, we've got the Shin Gear Film Festival.
Excited about that.
That'll be a good time. We've got a couple surprises up our sleeve for that. That ought to be a good time, good opportunity to get in on a new product. So, what you looking forward to in Canada there, Gurkatron?
The sheer amount of birds. I think it's going to be basically South Dakota times 5 or 10.
5 or 10 is a big gap.
Is it? Okay, well.
5 and 10. 10 is twice as many
Well,
as
see,
5.
around here, I always just, whatever I make it guesstimations, I always just double that, and then I always leave a large gap, so that way, maybe I would have hit the number that you're thinking.
Well, I don't know. I've been up there with years where it felt like there were a lot of ducks and years where it felt like there weren't many. Seems like we always figure out how to kill them.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Not worried about how many ducks there are, just matter how many ducks we're hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have been getting good reports. I know you guys have been too. We've got a buddy that's about 50 miles north of where we're headed, and they've been going that area a long time, and he said it's good as he's ever seen. Kind of hate to start listening to that stuff and believing it because it's nowhere to go but down from there.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be all right. I think you're going to have a good time, Gurk.
I can't wait to make some good footage out of it.
Going as a content creator, are you?
I don't know. Yeah, the content creations is my job, but I feel like when you start to put it as like a story, you're filming a story each day, I feel like it's more powerful than content creations.
Heard that.
So
you're doing content creations, you're just sitting there throwing a camera in everybody's face every time, but I'm more of like a candid filmer. I like to catch people when they're not looking at the camera. But obviously you got to do the content creation side of things, but
So you're trying to tell more of a story, huh?
Canada is a story.
You might you asked Boss Man if you packed that leather back?
The what?
The journal.
The journal. No, I didn't ask him. But we do got ourselves an old school camera that Drake brought.
Yeah, we do.
Drake's second in command when it comes to recording.
Oh yeah, I'm right there on the spot.
He's got the drone,
He's running the cram cam,
the cram cam,
the drone.
We already got a plan for his cram cam. It's gonna go about a little bit behind the blinds, and when them ducks all finish up, we're gonna have it in high def and low def.
Definitely gonna be some low def.
High def and low def at the same time?
Yeah.
It's just def. I mean, it's just like straight def.
We got it all.
We got it all.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds exciting. Gurk's never been to Canada. Neither has Frawley. Come. Are you done pouting? Yeah, I'm over it. He's definitely not over it.
No.
Here, you come right over here and we can share the same microphone. It'll get real close. And ladies and gentlemen, this is William Frawley. He moved back to Nashville. Get real close. He's still pouting.
Yeah.
Frawley hasn't been to Canada either, huh?
Yeah. So we have two
newbies.
I went when I was in middle school to go fishing.
You went fishing in Canada?
Ontario.
Like, fishing in Canada is amazing.
Yeah.
Keith Allen goes every year.
People go to Canada all the time for fishing. All the time.
Smallmouth up there like you would not believe.
Smallmouth, largemouth, walleye.
So Frawley has. What was that?
I mimicked walleye because there's a lot of walleye up there.
How did you mimic it?
I mimic it. I'm trying to think of the words. I just worded it out with my mouth like this.
Yeah, he starts high, just went like lower,
For
lower,
those
lower.
of you at home, that was if you're lip reading at home. That was walleye.
Walleye.
They do podcasts in Braille now, or
So somebody interview Frawley just a little bit. Get some.
well, nice to meet you. Appreciate you joining the podcast.
Yeah, dude. Long-time listener, first-time caller. There's
Oh, I actually saw this on TikTok. It must be 120.
It's 117, actually. They came in early.
They came early.
What is that?
This is a test.
Yeah, I think that's coming through.
The world is ending. Everybody go buy all of our guns. Let's go to Canada.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
US 64.
So, for all, what do you think? Where do you think you're going to fit in best? What's going to be your job that you handle in Canada? What do you want to do?
Whatever it is you tell me to, drill sergeant.
Oh no,
Maybe not you, but
not
Spence.
me. Yeah,
Or
not
Drake.
Me. I'm going to guide. going to scout.
Since I'm not
Head Scott Hodges
talking right now, like Trip, since you're experienced, why don't you give these two noobs a few of the pointers about parking the truck, just some of the some of the general rules about the locks and the keys and the let's we've got it documented that you actually know what the rules.
Can I keen in for a second? I grew up doing mile by mile sections, so.
Well, let me just tell you the rolling
mile by mile section.
The Rolling Thunder way.
Yeah, I might know the woods, but I know mile by section.
Dr. Griot over here.
So, please change your Instagram after that. Please change your Instagram after that.
_photo. Holy crap, that's gold.
So, few rules. Say the day of a hunt, you got the trailer. If you are the special one to go park the truck and walk back to the spread, make sure you don't put the keys in the door side of the truck because Spencer will not know where they're at and it won't start the truck and it'll be terrible.
And where else is an inappropriate place to put the keys to the truck?
Anywhere except on your person or right on top of the glove box.
We're getting some real negative body language from Spence.
Yeah.
Center spot.
What am I looking?
Do you guys understand where the keys are supposed to go? Translate that into where the keys are supposed to go.
Right below the radio.
In Spence's hand.
Well,
that way he's
I
responsible
recommend
if the keys
putting
get
it
missing.
right dead center where you can see it inside of the vehicle.
We're still getting negative body language from Spence.
Sorry, Frolly. This is critical. The keys don't leave the truck.
Bingo, there it is.
I thought we cleared this up a few times last year, Trip.
Just don't touch them. Just press the button and unplug the trailer light.
Because if you do take the keys to the spread, and Spencer decides that he has to walk back to the truck, and you forget to give him the keys, and he can't start it, and then he's real pissed, and then you have to leave the spread too. You don't want to leave the spread. Following that, a good rule of thumb for the trailer, if you have a trailer key, don't lose it. Put it on your key ring, your lanyard, somewhere that's not going to ever get lost.
So take care of it.
So not just take care of it. Put it on the key ring. So here's the other rule. Where do the locks not go? Mm-hmm. Where's the number one place the lock should never go?
Well, you see that little ball right there that pulls on the very bottom of it. It's not a good spot.
No.
It's not awful. That's an acceptable position because when you go to shut the door, you have to move that lock in order to. But there's only one place on that trailer where if you put it there, you're not going to be reminded when you shut the door that it's sitting there. And we're going to drive off and it's going to fall on the fenders. There you go. You put the lock on the fenders, the lock gets lost. Locks do not go on fenders. Let's all say this together.
Yeah.
The keys stay in the truck. The lock stays on in the latch.
On the
some
fenders.
port of the latch.
Okay, another rule: if you come, decide you want to become a scout. All right, scout's a vital role.
Very
if you
vital.
go out and you find foul, you were looking for a lot of foul, but not only are you looking for foul, don't tell Spencer that you found foul until you have permission, or
you're asking for help finding.
Or asking for help getting permission. Because if you just say, "Oh yeah, they're over there off of doing blah 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 blah," well, that's no help. So,
You have permission.
huh?
You have to have permission.
Yeah, you need permission to hunt them.
Also, I'm going to chime in. Locate where every field entrance is in the field. I'm not just going to go through the ditch and all that stuff. I mean, if the field's flat with a road, it's a different story, But you don't just want to just go.
Almost none of them are.
Right.
Yeah.
Approach.
Right.
Yeah,
So
find
look
the
for the field
approach.
entrance and mark it on.
Isn't that the only one that works up there? Is iHunter?
Yes.
It's a good.
I brought my iPad just in case.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. I'm sure it's specific on like what region you're in. What
Also,
works.
we're going to hunt ducks, not geese, but we will shoot geese also.
Yeah, Trip was on the phone with Drake last night, and I was like, "Oh, I got to chime in." So I was like, "Drake, you know what we're doing when we cross the border? The first thing for scouting?" He said, "What?" And I was like, "We're gonna look for the biggest feed of Canada geese that we can find." No, Drake, we are.
and cranes taste really good too.
I would like to shoot some cranes up there just to eat them.
God, I hope I don't.
I haven't had
I hope I don't
cranes since
hear 'em.
Texas.
Go grocery shopping.
I killed that turkey in Minnesota. There was so many dang cranes roosting over there that morning. You couldn't hear yourself think. It was ridiculous.
That's all I can imagine hearing. You hear it all day long.
Yeah, it sounded like a dang zoo.
I remember you saying that.
So give us it's 1:24. What time do y'all expect to be landing in the Eagle's Nest?
At our location or crossing the border?
At the location. What's your best guess?
So if we leave at the latest by 2.
Well, since it's going to take a minute to get this edited, like give our listeners what time is it now? What
Okay.
day is it?
It's
and what day
20.
do you
It's
think
1:25 Wednesday, October 4th. Be crossing tomorrow.
11 p.m. October the 5th.
I say we'll be there by 9:45. October
Drake,
the 5th.
that's counting on you to not have to take more than like 2 dumps in the next 24 hours. And I know I know you better than that.
I don't know, man.
Or you having to stop to get food, Miss Hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Hungry.
You better keep me fed or I'm cranky.
We get on the road every time. Man, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Or he'll sleep through where we're like a stop where we're fueling up and getting snacks and doesn't get out of the truck, wakes up 30 miles down the road. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
eating.
gosh.
You got any guesses on how long it's going to take to get there?
I'd like to be there by 10
If
tomorrow
we
night.
left at 2:00, I'm gonna say between 9 and 10 would be my guess. Tomorrow
I was
night.
throwing in 11 just because I didn't know if we had to stop at like get the necessities at like a Kroger or something. That might take a little bit.
We do got to stop and get a whole bunch of beer.
Other than that, what are you most looking forward to, Frawley?
Killing something.
Well, that's generic.
Wow, that's a really good answer. Let's dive deeper into that.
Okay.
What are you looking to kill?
Ducks.
Hmm.
A lot of them.
This guy.
Yeah. I have no idea what to expect. So I can't tell
Where's
you
the
what I'm
furthest
looking
north you've
forward to
hunted?
or not because I have no idea what I'm about to get myself into.
What's the furthest you've hunted north?
For ducks? Or for just anything?
Fowl.
Oh, Kansas.
Wow. Yeah, you're going to see something different.
Yeah,
for
you're going to
sure.
see a lot of different things then. I'm sure I'm going to see a lot of things that I've never seen ever.
I
ever in my
can't
entire
wait
life.
for y'all to see a coolie.
Those are, yeah.
A coolie.
I still haven't seen a moose in person, so I'm sure I'll see that.
Well, what's a
Oh, you'll definitely see a moose.
coolie, Drake?
Coolie is, see how I can explain this. Basically, it was formed from a glacier lake, meaning way back when everything froze over, big ice age from what I've been told.
Yo,
The
I don't know if
FedEx
y'all can hear
people
the- I don't know
bumping.
if y'all can hear this
Busting
music comes with the headset,
down.
but the FedEx truck drivers, there's 2 of them. One of them's in the passenger seat, and she's throwing it
They are
back.
having a party.
Yeah. So basically, a coolie's just they're dry, and some of them will have like a little stream of water going through the middle of them, of course. But basically, what it was is just this big glacier lake, and once everything melted, it just left this big, huge,
Cannon-looking thing.
yeah, just big.
See, that's what happened up in Webster, South Dakota. It's a whole bunch of glacier lakes because it's just a whole bunch of just basically rolling hills, but they're just so deep at some points where when the glacier lakes and everything melted off, it all stayed there because it was so saturated like immediately.
There's a picture I guess it was a drone photo Rob took of that big coulee, and they had all those real pretty aspen trees growing down on the bottom of it. Yeah. Oh man, it is pretty. One of my favorite things about Canada, obviously, you're away from it. Feels like everything in the world. Like you're just there with your buddies. We're there to duck hunt. Like it's just you don't have to think about anything but
hunting.
duck hunt. You know, but it's really cool how. It just feels like you can see for 100 miles. Like you can see forever out there.
Isn't the
it's
fall
beautiful.
colors too? Like it's when the fall colors are coming in like full plumage.
There's not a lot of trees where we're going. You'll see some. You'll see trees like in those coulees in the veins.
Coulees are like a type of tree.
No.
Coulee is like was what
Did you not
was
hear him just
formed
explain it?
from a glacier lake.
Did you check out the whole time Drake
That's
was
one of my
talking?
defaults in life. Is I kind of don't
Wow.
listen.
Never mind. I'm just gonna just sit here and be quiet.
So just start from the top and just say everything.
I'm not going
No,
over
we don't need to
again.
be doing that.
Coolies. Ever hate of them?
Never hated it. Drake, what year is this for you over yonder?
Year 3. This would be trip 4 or 5, something like that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got it up there for a year, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it up there for a month, flew home, got married, flew back up and finished out.
When so far has been your favorite time frame, you'd say, for Canada?
November.
When it's super cold?
Yeah. That was dumb.
Yeah.
But I will say probably the best experience and learning and just being up there was probably when I was working for DJ. Yeah, it was pretty cool just being up there for that long.
Yeah, I don't know if I could take that cold of weather. I mean, y'all were standing on, 3 foot of snow?
I mean, it was a bunch. And there's so many ducks going in these cornfields where they had the snow packed down to where just solid ice with duck prints all in them and everything. It was nuts.
Yeah, even like your cell phone videos were just like
Have
phenomenal.
y'all mentioned
Yes.
that our delivery drivers are like straight vibing in here? They've been out of the cab and in the back for a while now. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, she was throwing it back at first.
FedEx co-eds straight ripping it.
I wonder if they'd freak out if I just went and started jumping on their back
Wait, do y'all
bumper.
see- is
up and
that-
down,
is
up
it-
and down. Up and
Is it
down.
kind of
Rocking?
is it
Yeah,
kind
it's
of rocking over there?
It's rocking.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is too.
No,
Not right
it
now,
ain't.
but it was just a second ago.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I mean, they are blaring music.
Is that Future?
Oh, it's definitely rocking.
Oh, it's definitely rocking.
It is
Good
rocking.
day.
Yeah, that's definitely Future.
UPS doesn't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, here they come.
Here they come.
Come back. One of them. There she is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Do they drop anything off?
Nope.
they didn't drop anything off.
Look at them. There they
What
go.
in the
What in the world?
See, this is why I don't like FedEx. Just wasting time.
Nuh-uh.
And they just ripped through my fresh cut grass up there. I mean,
Well,
Well, wow. That was probably one of the weirdest situations I've ever been a part of.
I think they just got nasty in your parking lots, man.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of got that vibe to it.
Canada.
yeah.
They left
We
out
got-
here with some haste.
Yeah, we got a nice little cold front that's moved in on us. Feels
did,
good.
Did it ever snow up there last year when you guys were up there at this time?
No.
When does it start to snow up there?
Um,
Like buddies ever tell you like when the snow?
it just
Y'all were up there
depends,
like
really.
a week or so earlier than this, right? 2 weeks.
yeah, we were this time last year. We were wrapping up our trip. Now,
Yeah.
I think tomorrow, October the 5th, would have been our last hunt.
Yeah, it could easily snow while we're up there.
Really?
I mean, it rained the last 3 days, but I mean, you just never know. It could drop off below freezing easy. I'd say it's going to be in the high 30s, low 40s. You know.
Yeah, because if it starts snowing, that's where things just get really hectic. Whenever you're dealing with like open fields and hunting like feeds, and it's going to snow the next day, and you're hunting while it's snowing. I mean, them ducks or geese are going to move quick.
Hungry.
They're hungry.
Yeah. So what's the temperature here right now in Somerville?
Has to be 75, 80.
Feels great.
It ain't 80.
No, it's mid 70s.
That's the toughest part, though, is like we're dressed for this, and
Yeah.
then in 24 hours. Last year we had to pull over a pilot. And we grabbed our bags and started putting clothes on.
Yeah, we
it
did.
Was freezing.
It was so, and we're going to be doing that again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. you
The
will.
low tonight where we're going is 33.
How about this too, Drake?
I'm in a t-shirt and shorts.
Last year was Josie's not only first time to Canada, but it was her first hunt. So now y'all have had a whole season together. How you feeling about that?
Well, I will say this. I got a good feeling about it, so I packed me some pliers just in case. I'm feeling a band that's going to come around this trip.
Okay. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that vibe.
But no, yeah, dude, she's doing great. There's a
Dr. Grid.
Yeah.
We call him
Dr. Grid.
Dr. Grid.
Dr. Grid over there. Look, his ears perked up. You can tell he's really a goose grinder. Somebody mentioned Fanny.
But no, man, she's doing great. I've been stretching her out pretty big here lately. There's a place right there by the house. It's super easy to go work her, and I can stretch her out 200, 300 yards and just getting her to dig and just go after it, and I'm excited to see it.
I think she's going to do more than you're expected.
Probably, honestly, yeah.
I feel
like right now it's like cruise control.
Yeah,
almost.
you can't like really use her manners like inside the shop as like judgment of like how she's going to do out in the field because she has that hunting switch.
Oh yeah,
like you can't pet her or do anything with her when you're in the woods. I mean, it's probably going to be the same thing once she gets that first feeling.
Oh yeah.
Can I just chime in and mention that Girk has a personality when he gets the headsets on?
Man, I used to run a podcast for 2 years.
Goose Gossip, ever heard of it?
Goose Gossip, have you ever heard of it?
Past tense. Is it over?
It ain't over, but it's taking a little draw towards the side.
I seen where Goose Gossip liked something of mine on Instagram.
Yeah, I cruise every once in a while on the Instagram.
Stay relevant,
I'm still here.
I'm still chiming around.
That is super fun, and our buddy Ian that's coming. Sorry, Spencer's buddy Ian that's coming. Rob, see how I did that? Spencer's friend Ian's coming. He has a dog named D, who's an absolute machine.
Yeah, I've heard Ian's dogs are something that's very fun to watch work.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I asked Ian last year. Said, "So what does D stand for?" He looked at me and says, "Dog." I'm like, "You asshole."
Oh man! Have I ever told y'all the story about how Ian almost got me fired from Tetra? Who ever told you that story? Oh, I may have to wait till everybody gets together for that one. Yeah, it's a good one.
Gosh. Well,
I think we need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
we can wrap it up. I was gonna say I didn't know if you wanted to give the roster for who's going. Got some.
No,
Just leave it blank.
Leave that nondescript.
Okay.
But I do think that we should, and it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
thing. I want to go back around the loop and say what time we're gonna. We need to pick a time that y'all are gonna arrive, and I'll say it's 1:30 on Wednesday, October the 4th, and I'm gonna say that you guys are gonna arrive at 2 a.m. Friday morning, October the 6th.
Dang. God, we better not.
Who else? I want a guess from everybody.
What's the total hours though driving?
Don't worry about it.
10:45, October the 5th, which is a Thursday, is when I believe we're gonna arrive.
That would be elite level pushing through. I'm impressed. All right.
I'm gonna say 9:45.
Are we doing like Price is Right rules?
Just guess.
Okay.
Kind of depends on whether I win or not.
Okay. Okay. No cheating. You can't pull your textbook out.
Are you snapping?
Looking at sunglasses in his reflection.
Farley, when you think we're gonna show up?
I was gonna say 9:45, but since Drake took it, I'm gonna say 9:46. Thursday,
Why would you say
October
like
5th.
10?
I'll say 10. Okay, I'll say 10.
I'm gonna go 2 a.m. on Friday.
Always safe to suck up and just
agree with the boss.
We've got 4 different kind of personalities going the truck.
Door and the locks won't even lock with the truck and drive, and Girk will be like, I think it's gonna be 1 a.m. Change his mind.
Well, I'm ready to get on the road.
Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I am for sure.
So, reckon we'll see y'all not only on the next one, but across the border.
Well, y'all can do better than y'all can do
that
a better
wasn't a
send-off
closing.
I thought that was the closing.
No, Didn't know if anybody else had anything to say.
Dr. Grid thinks we're gonna do well.
Third person.
So, thank you, Drake. Not only has he nicknamed himself, he just referred to himself in third person. I am pumped. Frawley just said he loves it. I love it. Listen,
You need to get a new sticker for your truck.
Exactly. I was about to say, while y'all are driving, I'm about to go hit the Google and be like, custom back glass vinyl cut decals. I'm going to have an Instagram symbol, like, go follow me at hashtag Dr. Grid.
There's not much room for any more stickers back there with all the QR codes and.
It's a subscribe now button. Where's it at? Oh, that's
all right. On that note, y'all need to turn this truck north.
I'm pumped up. Everybody's pumped up, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining.
All right. See you, fellas.
See y'all.
Hey, y'all. This is Spence and Frawley, and just wanted to say thank you for listening to another episode of our podcast. We really, really enjoy producing this podcast and would be really grateful if wherever you get your podcasts, if you would subscribe to the Rolling Thunder podcast and give us a 5-star rating. Somehow, apparently, out there in internet la media land, that helps our podcast to be found by other people like you. So we just want you to know we appreciate you listening, and we'd like to ask you to subscribe and give us a 5-star review and keep on listening.
And unfortunately, recording podcasts don't pay the bills, so we just do this for fun and for y'all, and we want it to grow as bad as y'all want it to grow, so we could really use your help in doing that.
Share it with a friend.
Yes, right. We appreciate y'all stopping by again.
Thanks for listening.